Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a happy Monday and are ready for Tuesday, March 24th, I think. We're just moving right along in this week. I want to take a minute to just thank you for how hard you're working. I know it's hard sometimes to get up and moving during the day when you're at home and you're off your routine, but make sure you're getting up and getting dressed and eating a healthy breakfast if you can. And then you can always start your day with some of our breathing exercises. You can think about one of the ones that we did, if you remember, is our 5-finger breathing. So you take your finger up when you breathe in, go down, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, again, in, out. We can do it along our other hand. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, and out. Good. Today's number of the day is 17. See it up here? We break that number down. It's a pretty easy one to do. I'm sure you can all read that no problem. But we think about what makes up 17. And look at our units place. We have 7 units and 1 10. There's only 1 10 in the tens place. So when we have a teen number, it means there's a 10 and some units. 17. Just spell that out. Right. 17. Okay, 17, number of the day. Look here to see if it's even or odd. Let me know. All right. I'm going to continue our book from yesterday, Where is Machu Picchu by Megan Stein. We're in chapter 2. Here's our picture. Show that first before we get moving. Little by little, Pachacuti changed the Inca world. First, he rebuilt Cusco. He turned it into the glorious golden city that he thought it should be. The old temple had not been made with finely cut stones or golden objects. Pachacuti replaced it with a spectacular new temple to the sun. Even the walls of the temple were covered in gold. He also ordered more buildings to be created for his new government. Within Pachacuti expanded the Inca Empire. He decided the best way to protect his people and land was to make sure the neighbors wouldn't attack. How was he going to do that? He attacked them first. Pachacuti wore a puma skin on his head whenever he went into battle. Each time he defeated a tribe, he put the conquered peasants to work in his army. The peasants built roads as they marched along. They also planted fields and grew huge crops of food. Soon the Inca Empire spread in every direction. Some tribes fought back against the Incas. Pachacuti defeated them, but other tribes agreed peacefully to become part of the Inca Empire. Why? Pachacuti was smart. He offered gifts to rival leaders. He promised to make them rich and let their family members become royalty. He also promised to keep the native people well fed. He had huge feasts for them with meats, corn, beer, and potatoes. Here's a picture of him and the peasants building the roads and the map as his empire grew into Ecuador. In exchange, though, the peasants had to pay taxes to the king. That was on top of all the hard work they were already doing, building roads and palaces. Pachacuti got richer and richer this way. By the 1500s, the Incas controlled almost 500,000 square miles of land along the western coast of South America. Their territory spread into parts of what today are 6 countries: Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, Chile, and Argentina. It was the largest empire ever to exist in South America. You could try and find those on a map, and then maybe on the South America map that we sent home with you, you could find them and color them in. Each time Pachacuti defeated a big tribe, he celebrated by building a palace and an estate on their land. An estate is a large group of houses for family, friends, and servants to live in. When he defeated a tribe called the Cuyos, Pachacuti built a palace called Pisac. It had gardens, a temple, fountains, baths, and a housing for the royal family. It was a great place to come for a rest or vacation when Pachacuti wanted to leave Cusco. Pachacuti attacked and conquered the Tambos. To celebrate, he built a palace and estate called Ollantaytambo. Here's a picture, a drawing of Ollantaytambo. Both palaces were in wide open valleys. They weren't hidden from view the way Machu Picchu would become centuries later. So they were never lost. People never stopped living in Pisac and Ollantaytambo. In fact, the two cities still exist today. But in the 1450s, Pachacuti conquered the tribes that lived in the valley north of Cusco. Then he built the best palace of all. It was hidden high up in the mountains, far from view. It was the palace that Hiram Bingham found in 1911, the palace now called Machu Picchu. So you can do some research on Hiram Bingham if you would like, or any of those cities that are still around today, or Machu Picchu. What does Machu Picchu mean? In the language of the Incas, Machu means old, and Picchu means peak or mountain. So Machu Picchu was named after the mountain on which Pachacuti had built his most beautiful palace. It was surrounded by other mountains, including an incredible peak, a tall cone-shaped mountain called Huayna Picchu. Huayna means young. Huayna Picchu was the young peak. Although the ruins of Machu Picchu are named after the mountain, it is not known if the Inca kings had a different name for the settlement in the past. Here's a picture of that. Don't know if I said that right. Probably not, but gave it my best shot. All right, I think we will pause there because the next chapter is pretty long. So we'll start on chapter 3 hopefully tomorrow. I hope that you are all well, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.